Hello everyone. Hello my friends. Hello to you, my new subscribers, those discovering me for the first time. This is Creative Hands International, and on this platform, we deal on everything that has to do with head fashion. So today, I'm making a turban, and I would be beading this turban. That is, I would be using a bead for the embellishment, and I'm going to do a very wonderful body bead for this turban. But first of all, I'm just going to show you some little tips on how I made this turban. So I started by creating the body pleat for the turban, and to do that, I used 30 by 30, and then I need to cover, and then I use 14 by 32. All right, so after making the body pleats like you see now, I have a part of it that I would be using to cover, which is this on my hand, and then that is for the inner cover. I have dropped all the measurements on this video, so if you watch the video carefully, you will be seeing all the measurement concerning every part of this turban. So I'll need to make some pleats. That is a pleat for the front base, and I will be using 16 by 18. 16 by 18. All right, so I created two pleats. Mind you, 18 is the length, 16 is the depth. So I created two separate pleats like this. I would take it to my sewing machine, and then I will use the sewing machine to stitch as I fold. So this is how the pleat will look, and I will be making two separate ones for it. So the two separate pleats are ready. So if you look at it now, I just crossed it. All right, so these are the two separate pleats, and the material under is the inner cover, while I have the already pleated part. And by the way, this material is a damask material. All right, so I would be using it to sew like that. That would be the top, and then the inner will cover the inside, which will now cover those parts that I actually sewed. So it will make the inside of this turban to be very neat. All right, and then there is one additional part that I would be introducing. I'm going to introduce this to the top of the turban. It's just going to add as an additional part, because it is on this particular part that I would be doing my beading. All right, so I'll be attaching this to the top of the turban after sewing it. All right, so now to the main business. The main business is on how I'm going to bead this turban. So you can see the base is fixed. I decided to just attach a little bit of embellishment on the front of the base. Of course, you can do without the embellishment, but for more beauty, I think it's necessary you just like add that embellishment. All right, you can choose any embellishment of your choice. Okay, so after placing the embellishment, you see that there is a part of this turban that looks like is really bold. Yeah, the part I'm holding now, that was the part I used the, or that is the part I used the extra material on my hands to create. I told you I would be attaching it to the top of the turban. So originally this turban is sewn as a body pleated turban, but I had an extra attachment on it that will help me to do the beading and also add a kind of glamour to the turban and make it look a little bit more gorgeous. All right, so I would be beading, and to bead I would be using the sand bead. I used two different sizes of sand bead, and please do not ask me the sizes because I did not really check. All right, so this dark brown, which is like a dark gold, is the big size of the sand bead, and then I used a light brown, a light gold also. So I actually mixed it so that I can get some kind of add some kind of more beauty to it. All right, that's why it is called creativity. You have to be creative with your activities. So let's just look at how I did this beading. I started by fixing the needle to the turban and to the parts that I wish to bead. All right, After that, I'll just pick my needle, my bead, I mean, using the beading needle. There is a needle you use for beading. It's different from the regular hand needle that you know. This one is very tiny and allows the bead to go in very easily. All right, so I used that beading needle, and then after taking some set of sand beads, I mixed it with water beads. All right, just one piece of water bead at the middle, and then I take the same size of the sand beads that I took the first time. All right, and then I'll just like sew it to the turban, giving a kind of a space. Giving a kind of opening. So now the opening you are giving, like you can see my own now, look at my distance. It actually depends on how full, that is how full is the right word to use, Full, that is how full you want this beads to be on the turban. So you make it very close if you want your bead to really be so much on the turban. And if you know that you don't have enough time to do too much of beading, then you have to like space it out as you begin to, as you bead, you have to like space it out. But if you know that you really want the embellishment of the bead to really be very rich on the turban, then you have to like, don't give so much space, just like an inch, 1 inch distance is okay, so that the bead can be so close and it will be so rich on the turban. So this pattern of beading is very easy. Of course, you can just see what I'm just doing. The only thing that is a little bit challenging in this process is time. It's time consuming. You really have to like sit down and really concentrate and do this. Ordinarily, if I'm going to start this beading, I will start it from the back. It's more comfortable to start from the back, so that the next beading you are doing will rest on top of the first one. You understand? So it will not give you so much challenges trying to like pull it up, and maybe some kind of distractions or some kind of hindrances that you will be getting from the part you already have your bead on. So when it is down, it's easier for you to manage, so that the thread don't keep hooking to the next one and all of that. So you have to start from down. But for the purpose of these tutorials, because I just like to like explain in a way that I feel you will see it better. So that's the reason I had to start from the top. If not, you are just to start from the bottom. All right. And so this is what I'll continue doing. I'll just continue with this process, making sure that at every middle I drop a water bead there. Mm? So it's just going to like this, just like separate the midpoint for me. All right. So I'll continue until the bead becomes so very rich on the turban, and the turban is just going to be transformed. So one thing you do to earn more with your work is adding all this glamour to your work, spending a little time, going an extra mile to make sure that your work is distinguished, your work is outstanding, so it makes you build more confidence in yourself, and then your customers also, or your clients, will also build more confidence in you. So you can see it is very easy. All right, very easy, very easy. All right, so we're going to fill every part of this turban with it. Well, that's why I said the only challenge is that it's time consuming. So you can see how far I have been able to go. All right, so you see it now. The turban is transformed, and the look is now different. It's not just looking like an ordinary, those rich auntie vibe. You understand? Now just give it to some of your clients, the rich auntie vibe. and they will really really appreciate you, especially when you can come up with colors that can really make the difference. All right, so okay, so I think that this will just be all for today's class. I do hope you love the video. If you do, please do not forget to subscribe to Creative Ends International before you leave this channel today. And also, if you do have any question, drop it on the comment section. I promise to quickly respond to them immediately I see them. But please remember, I am not always online, so it is when I come online that I'll see them. Okay, so thank you so very much. Enjoy the rest of the day and enjoy the remaining part of this video. Okay, so bye, love you, bye.